everybody, it's Allie and Sierra, and welcome to an episode of Coffee with Allie. Today, we are going to be speaking about expressions in photography. From a photographer's point of view, I think expressions are extremely important. They can really make or break an image. You can have a gorgeous model and a gorgeous environment, and you're
no expression.
It's boring.
Right.
And so why is Sierra here? Because she's an awesome model, and we are going to do a little bit of a photo shoot together, and we're going to work her through some expressions, but I also want her to give her thoughts. Oh, and by the way, it's summer. We're in the backyard, and we've got strawberries! Yes! So I'm going to let Sierra talk about expressions, and I'm going to enjoy this little tasty strawberry.
Yeah, so, I think, like Allie was saying, expression, you're ridiculous. I think expressions are really important to any photo. You just don't want your model's face to be like, whenever they have like this gorgeous costume and then their face is just like
not good.
And they're supposed to be like, Daenerys or something, and you're just like, what are you doing?
Oh, I had a woman once, she did this to me though.
And what was she supposed to be?
She was just getting actress portraits. I was like, you gotta tone that
what?
shit down. Gotta tone those smiles
down. That's not professional at all.
Mm.
Especially not for actress portraits.
I don't think she was famous.
Obviously.
But anyway, don't do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, don't do that.
So how do you get expressions to be natural, to be real, and to have some emotion?
Right. So I think having like a character in mind, because I have a theater background, I think that really helps. But I think specifically whenever you have a character in mind, you think of things, right? You think of the way they talk, the way that they would walk, the way that they would look at things, the way that they would have their facial expressions. A lot of that, how I do that too, is practice in a mirror. I do that a lot. I will practice in a mirror of because the way that you in your mind think that something looks, whenever you're actually doing it, it might not look that way.
No, I don't know what my face is doing.
Right. But what you think in your mind of like fierce, right, might not be or fierce.
Allie's sexy face.
Right, not sexy.
I don't know how to do it.
Actually, you're kind of improving it.
Coaching.
Right, you're like...
Let me try.
Okay. Are you ready? Okay, go. That's pretty good.
It sucked.
No, it wasn't as bad as whenever we were like, and you're going to make it. You have coffee up here. Oh my God.
Spit coffee out my nose. It doesn't smell good.
Oh God. And whenever we were sitting there and me and Heather are trying to do like this sultry face, and Allie is in between Heather and I like this.
That's why I know not to do
that. And we're just like, this isn't going with our faces. Your face needs, and that's when we learned I did this is not the best at sexy face. So, but yeah, right? That's a good example of like the way that you think that something looks might not exactly look that way whenever you're doing or emoting that. Right. So practice makes perfect. And whenever I was in college and took acting classes and stuff, I had this great professor that would say, become the character. The best way to practice it is how would that character get up in the morning? What would that character do? How would that character walk?
Is that what that is?
No, it's not necessarily method, but it's a way for you to get into the character, right? Like to think about the little things daily of how that character would be and walk. It doesn't have to take you more than 10 minutes, but to practice all of those emotions and everything, it really helps. So whenever I'm thinking of something angry, I have like a character in mind whenever you're like, why don't you try something more sad? I think of something really sad, either emotionally that has happened to me or a character that I'm like, oh yeah, that's a horrible time in that character's life, right?
Sometimes you look so sad that I don't want to make you be sad for too long because I'm like a little worried. She's like, really?
I might start crying. Yeah.
But you know what? Let's do the photo shoot.
Right. Okay.
Okay, so we're going to do a photo shoot, and then we'll be back.
Yes. Oh. Oh.
Stop. We're going to shoot some expressions.
Yes.
All right, so we're going to start off just a very basic neutral face, and I'll get a few shots of that. And you know, to me, even though it's an expression, I want to bring that shoulder closer to me a little bit to have a nice, interesting face. Thank you. That's nice. Now, beautiful. I'm going to come a little closer. I might be in frame. What are we?
Coffee with Allie.
Coffee with Allie. We have coffee. Okay, so let's work from the neutral face. Drop the chin just a touch. Great. So now that we've got a nice neutral face going, let's go ahead and bring a little softness into it. Like open your lips a little bit. Give me like, we like to call it sexy face. Beautiful. That's so good. Great. Okay, so now let's work from that into something a little bit more intense. Okay, so now you're intense, but you're pissed.
Okay.
So let's get, like, you are going to screw, you're an action hero. You just caught the bad guy. Yes. I missed my focus. Yes, that's better. Yes. So, okay. So now instead of mad, we'll do a little crazy.
Okay.
Like your Mad Hatter crazy. Yes. And so I like how you're using your arms as part of your expression. It's not just your face.
Right.
So let's see now.
It's like my whole body. I bring physicality to it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So now if you go from that crazy to something soft and you're in love, you just seem like, maybe, romantic. Okay, this is not your typical look. Okay. I'll remember. Okay, not princess face.
That's what I think of.
That was princess face.
At least we know I can do princess
I
face.
had no idea. That's pretty. Okay, now look right at me and then soft eyes, soft face. Beautiful. Beautiful. Well, okay, so let's go ahead. We'll talk about, oh my God, you're gonna love princess face. How about silly little Sierra face? Thank you.
I feel like
So we are back, and we've got a peanut. You want a berry?
Berry?
She likes peanut berries. Yeah. Okay, so that was fun. I mean, it was just a very quick photo shoot, and so I think something I wanted to bring forth on expression. It's not just your face.
Yes. No, it's like, and that's why I was saying like that example before of like, how would a character walk? How would they move? How would they do certain things? Because like, it's like your whole body, right?
Right.
Right. When you're angry, it's your whole body is tensing. It's not just your face.
Right.
Because if your face looks angry like this, but then your body is just like that's not gonna, right.
Can I even do that?
Right.
Does
That's
not
gonna
go.
look, no,
It looks
your
stupid,
body
yeah.
naturally will start
I was
to
doing
tense
like
up.
Angry
Was that
Princess
very
or
good?
something. She likes everything.
Apparently.
Not all models are going to be as experienced as Sierra, and they're not all going to have a stage background.
Right.
So how do you, as a photographer, pull it out of the model? I like to tell stories, but I found that some people get confused. So what I'm finding is I maybe start with a story and I look at their face. And if I'm not getting the face and an expression I want, then I give more direct instruction.
Yeah.
So I might start off with, give me a character.
So the evil queen.
Okay, so I've got the evil queen. And I'm going to say to her, she's the one with the apple, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, so you got this poison apple, and you are going to, you want to kill. Who's this little princess on that one?
Snow White.
Snow White. You want to kill Snow White. I stink at fairy tales. So you want to kill Snow White, you got your poison apple, and what's the face you're thinking about? Killing Snow White. And she's not making the face.
That's right. That's that physicality that I was telling you about earlier. Like, how does she do this? That's literally what you are doing, but in the moment.
So that doesn't work. Because sometimes I do that, and people look at me like,
what?
Huh? I'll be like, all right, I need you to use your eyes to look angry and be severe and drop your chin.
So really you go broad, right? You're going broad, and then you go more specific if it doesn't work.
Yes.
Which I think is good. Because I hate when photographers are so specific. Like, so I don't like whenever photographers like, okay, move your jaw like half an inch, move your eyes down 2 centimeters, and then
I
raise
want your hand like this,
right.
and put your this finger. No,
Right.
I want this finger.
Right. I'm not a doll. Like, I'm a human being. Like, and this is like, especially whenever you're doing freelance stuff, this is a learning experience for me too, right? So it's better for you to communicate like that, where you're like, oh, okay, I want this, and then the model to have at least a little bit of free range,
Right.
so that you can still get those expressions, still get those emotions.
And the other thing I'll do is I use my hand.
Yeah.
So I look at my model and I'll be like, I need you to bring your vision here.
Right.
I need you to look at the light. Okay, and then usually they go whoop with their eyeballs way up. I'm like, okay, I need your face and your chin and your nose to go to the light. I need your eyes to go neutral.
Right.
A lot of people, when you tell them to bring their face up, their eyes go
all
with
the
it.
way up.
And
Yeah.
you really don't want that.
Right.
That also can ruin an expression if you got all those eye whites on the bottom.
Ugh, I hate that.
You don't usually do that.
No. Yeah. Well, I think it's because you've kind of like
About
integrated it over and over and over. Like, neutral eyes, neutral eyes, neutral eyes.
something happened to me about a year ago. I became obsessed with eyeballs.
Right.
And now I'm like always posing eyeballs.
I know, and now all I can do is like stare at it whenever it's in a photo. I'm like, where are their eyes? Like, what's happening over there?
So, that's expressions, right?
Yeah.
And I mean, I want to thank you for watching the video and joining us for Coffee with Allie.
What are your favorite expressions?
How do you get them out of a model, or how do you create them yourself?
Right. Yeah.
Leave something in the comments. Let us know what your thoughts are on this. Or maybe you're not a model or a photographer. What do you enjoy seeing in an image? And how does it work for you? Let us know. And if you've enjoyed this video,
Like,
subscribe and hit the bell.
doesn't work.
It might work. It
It
works
might work for
me.
you.
It works for me.
Doesn't work for
She
me.
doesn't know how to hit the bell.
I know how to hit
She
the bell.
never gets it right. Look at that expression. Thank you.
I spilled coffee on myself.
Okay. Are you done drinking your coffee?
Yes,
Yeah, put your
I'm
mug.
done.
Okay.
We're just taking pictures. Now it's going.
No,
Yes,
it's
now
going
it's going. Now
Where's
it's
the
going.
numbers? Why is it
It's
having
right
no
here.
numbers?
The numbers are right here.
Oh, okay. Go back to where you were. Continue. Okay. Okay, you can come a little closer. All right, not too close because we'll cut your head off in the video. Okay, good. Okay. See how nice I am?
Yes, you're so nice.
Peanut ate that berry so sloppily.
He loves berries.
You're the winner.
Don't give her all that berry.
Okay.
You can give her a little berry.
Oh, okay.
You know, like bite it in half and then she gets a berry.
Good job.
She's a happy dog.